Hey friends, in this video, we're going to break down 10 fatal mistakes Americans make with coffee every day. Many people, not just in America but all over the world, have no idea that their usual morning ritual could lead to chronic illnesses, serious heart problems, nervous system disorders, and even cancer. We'll look at real cases from medical practice, examine shocking research from American universities, and find out exactly which mistakes can lead to strokes, heart attacks, diabetes, bone deterioration, and even deadly poisoning from toxic compounds found in certain types of coffee. You'll learn which coffee combinations are harming your body, why drinking coffee on an empty stomach can cause ulcers and stomach cancer, how popular coffee additives overload the liver and trigger obesity, and why drinking coffee at the wrong time of day can lead to hormonal imbalances and nervous exhaustion. We'll start with the less obvious but still extremely harmful habits. And by the end of the video, we'll reveal the most fatal mistakes that can have irreversible consequences. You'll also get valuable tips on how to protect your health while still enjoying coffee safely. You'll learn how to choose safe coffee, which additives to avoid, the best time of day to limit caffeine intake, and which coffee habits can lead to dangerous diseases. Make sure to watch until the end to find out the mistakes millions of people make every day without realizing they're putting their health and even their lives at risk. And if you've ever had a negative experience with coffee, share it in the comments. Let's discuss how to avoid these dangers and protect each other. This video is going to be incredibly informative and helpful. If you want to take control of your health like a pro, give it a like, and let's get started. Mistake 10. Flavored coffee, a hidden source of chemical toxins. A morning ritual with a cup of flavored coffee may seem like a delightful way to start the day. Vanilla, caramel, chocolate, these flavors make coffee feel like a real treat. But behind its pleasant taste hides a chemical danger. Synthetic flavorings and sweeteners added to these drinks contain substances that can pose serious health risks. One of the most harmful compounds is diacetyl, a chemical that gives coffee a smooth, buttery aroma. However, its impact on the respiratory system has been well studied, and the findings are alarming. A Harvard University study found that factory workers exposed to diacetyl vapors have a 43% higher risk of developing chronic lung disease. This condition, known as popcorn lung, causes the bronchi to lose elasticity, leading to shortness of breath and a constant feeling of air deprivation. Artificial sweeteners are just as damaging. Sucralose and aspartame, commonly added to flavored coffee drinks, disrupt the gut microbiome. According to a Duke University study, consuming sucralose reduces beneficial gut bacteria by 50%, triggering inflammation, weakening the immune system, and impairing nutrient absorption. David Martin from Austin, Texas, couldn't imagine his life without vanilla-flavored coffee. For 10 years, he started his mornings with his favorite drink until he began noticing persistent fatigue, headaches, and digestive issues. Doctors diagnosed him with steatohepatitis, a liver inflammation caused by toxins. After quitting flavored coffee and undergoing treatment, his condition significantly improved, but full recovery took several years. Natural coffee isn't just about taste, it's about health. If you're looking for variety, try adding cinnamon, cardamom, or cocoa to your coffee. These natural ingredients not only enhance the flavor, but also offer real health benefits. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments. Mistake 9. Excessive coffee consumption, nervous system exhaustion. In the rush of a busy workday, many people find it hard to stop at just one cup of coffee. Tight deadlines, sleepless nights, and constant fatigue turn coffee into an essential daily companion. However, excessive caffeine consumption doesn't actually prevent exhaustion, it destroys the nervous system. Caffeine is a stimulant that forces the adrenal glands to work in overdrive, releasing cortisol, the stress hormone. A Yale University study confirmed that people who consume more than 400 milligrams of caffeine per day, about 4 cups, maintain elevated cortisol levels throughout the day, increasing the risk of anxiety disorders by 48%. Michelle Robinson from San Diego, California, was used to starting her day with a double espresso followed by 3 or 4 more cups throughout her workday. She felt like coffee helped her stay energized, But after a few years, she began experiencing constant anxiety attacks, hand tremors, and insomnia. After a medical examination, doctors diagnosed her with nervous exhaustion. Gradually cutting back on coffee and undergoing therapy helped her recover, but the process took nearly a year. Energy shouldn't feel like a constant race. 2 cups of natural coffee per day is the limit that won't overload the body. A great alternative is herbal teas such as chamomile or lavender, as well as adaptogens like ashwagandha and rhodiola, which help maintain energy levels without harmful side effects. How do you feel about this information? Leave a comment. Mistake 8. Coffee on the go, a direct path to dehydration and hypertension. In today's fast-paced world, there's little time for proper breakfasts or maintaining a healthy water balance. Grabbing a cup of coffee on the go or between meetings has become a common habit, but few people consider the consequences. What many don't realize is that coffee acts as a diuretic, flushing fluids from the body and disrupting electrolyte balance. The American Heart Association has found that people who drink 3 or more cups of coffee per day without replenishing lost fluids increase their risk of dehydration by 45%. Dehydration thickens the blood, raises blood pressure, and puts extra strain on the heart. A Stanford University study revealed that individuals who don't compensate for fluid loss after coffee consumption tend to have blood pressure readings 5 to 10 milligrams higher on average. David Marshall from Miami, Florida, never thought twice about his morning ritual: 4 cups of strong coffee on an empty stomach without drinking any water. After several years, he began experiencing constant headaches, blood pressure spikes, and dark spots in his vision. One day, his condition worsened suddenly, and he was hospitalized with a hypertensive crisis. Medical tests revealed severe dehydration and electrolyte imbalances. His condition stabilized only after IV fluid therapy and dietary adjustments. The body needs care, and maintaining proper hydration is a crucial step toward good health. To avoid these negative effects, it's essential to drink at least 2 glasses of water for every cup of coffee. This simple habit helps maintain heart health, prevent headaches, and keep skin elastic. Share your thoughts on this in the comments. Mistake 7. Coffee with artificial creamers, hidden trans fats, and heart disease. Adding artificial creamers to coffee makes the drink smoother, creamier, and richer in flavor, but this simple trick carries a serious health risk. Most artificial creamers contain hydrogenated oils, which are packed with trans fats, compounds that damage blood vessels and contribute to cardiovascular disease. A study by the American Heart Association found that regular consumption of trans fats raises bad LDL cholesterol levels by 15 to 20% and increases the risk of heart attacks by 34%. But the dangers don't stop there. These creamers often contain high fructose corn syrup, a substance linked to rapid weight gain. Research from the Harvard School of Public Health confirms that people who frequently consume high fructose products are 2.3 times more likely to develop obesity and 1.8 times more likely to experience insulin resistance. Michael Johnson, a 52-year-old truck driver from Oklahoma, had been drinking coffee with artificial creamers 3 times a day for years. Over time, he began experiencing blood pressure spikes, shortness of breath, and chronic fatigue. Doctors diagnosed him with atherosclerosis and hypertension. After cutting out artificial creamers, switching to natural dairy, and adjusting his diet, his condition improved, but the damage to his blood vessels was irreversible. Delicious coffee can still be safe. Natural milk, additive-free cream, almond milk, or oat milk provide a rich flavor without overloading the body with harmful fats and sugars. What's your take on this? Let's discuss in the comments. Mistake 6. Cheap coffee, a risk of toxins and mold. Many people choose the cheapest coffee without realizing that along with saving money, they are also consuming mycotoxins. These toxic substances form when coffee beans are stored improperly in high humidity, posing a serious health risk. A University of Berkeley study found that 45% of cheap coffee samples contained mycotoxins, which can damage the liver, kidneys, and nervous system. Regular consumption of such coffee increases the risk of chronic inflammation. Research from Johns Hopkins University confirms that people who drink contaminated coffee are 1.7 times more likely to suffer from liver damage, and their risk of developing cancer increases by 28%. Sarah Miller, a 41-year-old teacher from Seattle, suffered from constant fatigue, headaches, and stomach pain for years. After multiple medical tests, doctors found high levels of toxins in her body caused by regularly drinking low-quality coffee. Switching to certified organic coffee helped her recover. Real coffee isn't just about taste, it's about safety. Certified producers carefully control the growing, storage, and roasting process, eliminating the risk of mold and toxic compounds. What do you say about this? Looking forward to your comments. Mistake 5. Coffee during meals, a risk of anemia and iron deficiency. Morning coffee with breakfast may seem like a harmless habit, but it can actually lead to serious problems with blood production. Caffeine inhibits iron absorption from food, reducing its uptake by 60 to 70%. Data from the University of California confirms that people who drink coffee during or immediately after meals have significantly lower iron levels compared to those who wait at least an hour before consuming coffee. Iron deficiency can lead to iron deficiency anemia, a condition in which the body doesn't receive enough oxygen. This causes weakness, dizziness, pale skin, and brittle nails and hair. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, approximately 10% of women aged 18 to 49 experience symptoms of anemia, largely due to the habit of drinking coffee with meals. Alicia Rodriguez, a 35-year-old office worker from Chicago, visited doctors complaining of chronic fatigue and hair loss. Tests revealed critically low iron levels. After adjusting her diet and eliminating coffee during meals, her condition improved, but it took months to fully recover. A simple 1-hour pause after eating allows the body to properly absorb iron, preventing anemia and oxygen deprivation in tissues. Do you agree or disagree? Let's talk about it in the comments. Mistake 4. Coffee with milk, a threat to bone health. Adding milk to coffee seems like a harmless habit, but it can seriously affect bone strength. The calcium in milk is poorly absorbed when consumed with caffeine. Even worse, caffeine accelerates calcium loss, reducing its concentration in bones. The long-term effects of this process are especially dangerous for women over 40. A Harvard University study found that women who drink more than 3 cups of coffee per day have 5% lower bone density and a 14% higher risk of fractures. Calcium is the main building block of bones, but without it, bones become weak and fragile, increasing the risk of osteoporosis. Scientists at the University of California found that people who regularly drink coffee with milk have a 22% higher risk of hip fractures, especially after age 50. Linda Fisher, a 53-year-old teacher from Colorado, loved lattes and cappuccinos, unaware that they were damaging her bones. After a fall in the park, she suffered a serious hip fracture, and medical tests revealed severe calcium deficiency. Adjusting her diet and increasing her vitamin D intake helped slow down the progression of osteoporosis, but full recovery was impossible. If coffee is an essential part of your day, maintaining calcium balance is crucial. Eating calcium-rich foods such as broccoli, almonds, and fish combined with vitamin D helps keep bones strong and reduces the risk of osteoporosis. Write your thoughts on this. Mistake 3. Coffee before bed, a destructive impact on the heart and brain. Coffee is a powerful stimulant, but when consumed before bed, it becomes a real health disruptor. Caffeine blocks the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. A Stanford University study found that even 1 cup of coffee 6 hours before bedtime reduces total sleep duration by 40 minutes and lowers sleep quality by 30%. Sleep disturbances aren't just about feeling tired. Chronic sleep deprivation puts excessive strain on the cardiovascular system. Data from the American Heart Association shows that people who drink coffee before bed have a 21% higher risk of hypertension and a 23% increased risk of heart attack. Robert Matthews, a 47-year-old lawyer from New York, was used to working late, fueling himself with strong espresso while finishing reports. Over time, he developed blood pressure spikes, anxiety, and chronic fatigue. After being hospitalized, doctors diagnosed him with a pre-heart attack condition. caused by stress, lack of sleep, and constant caffeine exposure. Only by completely eliminating evening coffee and restoring his sleep schedule was he able to recover his health. To protect the heart and nervous system, it's best to avoid coffee at least 6 hours before bedtime. Instead, herbal teas with mint or chamomile can help relax the body and improve sleep quality. How do these facts sound to you? Waiting for your comments. Mistake 2. Coffee with sugar, the hidden epidemic of diabetes and obesity. Sweet coffee may seem like a harmless pleasure, but in reality, it traps the body in sugar overloads. Popular coffee drinks like lattes, mochas, and macchiatos can contain up to 50 grams of sugar per serving, which is equivalent to 10 teaspoons. A Duke University study found that people who consume high-sugar drinks daily have a 37% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Regularly drinking coffee with sugar leads to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells stop responding properly to insulin, keeping blood sugar levels constantly high. This not only increases the risk of diabetes, but also contributes to fatty liver disease, which over time can progress to cirrhosis. Mark Williams, a 44-year-old engineer from Texas, had been drinking caramel macchiatos for years without considering the consequences. When he visited doctors due to constant thirst, fatigue, and weight gain, tests revealed that he had type 2 diabetes. After eliminating sugary coffee drinks and switching to a low-carb diet, he managed to stabilize his blood sugar levels, but diabetes became a lifelong condition. If black coffee feels too bitter, a better alternative is using natural sweeteners like stevia or erythritol. These options help regulate blood sugar levels, reduce stress on the liver, and prevent diabetes. Let's discuss this point. What do you think? Mistake 1. Coffee on an empty stomach, stomach damage, and cancer risk. And now we come to the most dangerous mistake in today's video. Every morning, millions of people start their day with a fragrant cup of coffee on an empty stomach, unaware of the harm they are causing their bodies. When the stomach is empty, caffeine acts as an aggressive irritant, forcing the stomach to produce more acid than necessary. This acidic attack damages the stomach lining, causing inflammation that over time can develop into chronic conditions. A Harvard Medical School study found that people who regularly drink coffee on an empty stomach have a 53% higher risk of developing gastritis, while their likelihood of developing stomach ulcers increases by 36%. Those who already have digestive issues are especially vulnerable, as their stomach lining deteriorates twice as fast. But the danger doesn't stop there. Long-term irritation of the stomach lining leads to cell changes, significantly increasing the risk of cancer. Data from the American Cancer Society confirms that people suffering from chronic gastritis and acid reflux have a 45% higher risk of developing stomach or esophageal cancer. Thomas Reed, a 51-year-old entrepreneur from Los Angeles, had been starting his day with strong espresso on an empty stomach for years. Over time, he began experiencing burning stomach pain and frequent heartburn. A medical examination revealed a duodenal ulcer. Doctors insisted on a strict diet and a complete ban on drinking coffee on an empty stomach. After several months of treatment, his condition improved, but he now has to monitor his diet for life. A healthy morning ritual isn't just about a cup of coffee, it's about taking care of your body. Eating before coffee, such as oatmeal, a banana, avocado toast, or nuts, creates a protective layer on the stomach lining, reducing the harmful effects of acid. This simple habit can help preserve digestive health and prevent serious consequences. Write in the comments which fact surprised you the most, and if you've ever encountered low-quality food products. Share your experience to help warn others. Next, I recommend checking out these videos, and don't forget to leave your likes and comments. I'm looking forward to them.